right, so this is off air. Basically, I'm here with my friend Daniel, and he's a teenager. He's 14 years old, and he's a day schooler in a military school, actually. And then I'm Natasha Brown, and I just wanted us to have like a fireside chat. There is a trending bullying situation going on in Nigeria from the lead British school, and it's about this girl that is being bullied in her class, by classmates or whatnot. And it was really heartbreaking to look at it. But for me, when I was in secondary school, bullying almost was like a way of life. I don't know if my generation, I'm millennial by the way, I don't know if my generation got used to bullying, and maybe trauma, we got used to it. But growing up in secondary school, I remember being bullied by my seniors in school, but I didn't really take it to be much because, then they'll tell you, this is the way of life. And, when you get to be a senior, like, SS3, you're going to do the same thing to your juniors. And then if you had to report, everything just got really compounded, right? So, we were used to all of these things. We didn't necessarily call it bullying, but but now this generation, it seems like bullying has gone up to another level, and parents are not having it. Parents are saying that they're going to beat the child if they find out that a child is bullying their kids and all of that. So today, we just actually want to hear from a teenager's mouth what their thoughts are about the role their parents play in bullying, what they think bullying is, how they think they're going to, react to bullying, and, what they think their friends should do when being bullied at the same time, and what school authorities should do as well to, mitigate all of this that is going on. So, Daniel, let's have the chat. All right. So now it's like are you yet a Gen Z? 14, is it Gen Z? I don't know. It's Gen Alpha, right?
I don't know.
Okay. So, anyway, what do you think bullying is?
I would say bullying, I don't know how to define it, but bullying is just how I put it, because bullying, I'm saying bullying as you as a senior,
okay,
treating your junior as a weakling, or using him as an advantage to do some certain things that he wouldn't like. So,
yeah. Okay, have you been bullied before?
A lot.
You've not been bullied ever?
A lot.
Oh, a lot. Look at you, sweetheart. You've been bullied a lot. Okay. So did you ever tell your mom about all of this bullying you've experienced?
Most times.
Most times you tell her. What does she do?
She doesn't. She just tell me that she will ignore or avoid them.
Oh, okay. Okay, do you tell your dad as well? What does your dad say? Same thing?
The same thing, yeah.
Okay. What kind of bullying have you experienced?
Bullying in the essence that helping seniors to do their roles. Like they'll call us to come and sweep their classes, and if you don't answer what they're saying, they'll see it as a big thing and they'll start punishing you. From there, their classmates will gather, start punishing you and giving different kind of punishments. Some of them, if you don't have they just want to touch, they just want to slap you or knock you, and so
if you experienced the slapping, the knocking, all of those, it was not fun. Absolutely not. So when you experienced all of those, did you get to report to the authorities in your school?
I reported, yeah, and they acted, but they responded to what I said there. They punished them, but it's not every time you have to report.
How so?
Because if you are wrong, you did something wrong, and they are punishing you, you have no right to report. But if you are innocent or you're not guilty and you did something wrong, and they punish you for no reason, then you can definitely report.
Are there those avenues where you get to report, and then instead of the matter getting solved, their mates now compound the whole issue? And now, before it was just 3 seniors, now it becomes like 10. After your matter, after your case, are there cases like that in your school?
There are cases like what they call coursemate spirit. Even SS3 has that coursemate spirit. There was a time in senior, I was passing. There's what we call headgear. Headgear in our school. We wear it on our head. as per military standard or uniform. So SS3 was passing. Then they just took my headgear. Then I was like, "That's my headgear." Then I said, "They can't like I can't do anything." They went to their class, and it was two boys from my NC class. I followed them to the class. They were having one English or literature class. Then I just said, "Break time, I'll come back." I came back. I saw they were still having classes. Then I now said, "Let me go and report to a soldier." Then a soldier came. Then the soldier was asking, like he shouted, "Who is the person that took this boy's headgear?" Then everybody denied. Then and I said, I now pointed the two boys. Then the soldier now asked, "Is this your headgear?" What do you call it? The two boys now said yes. I was not like they're lying. The soldier now asked everybody in the class. Everybody now supported the senior.
Yeah.
As for cosmic spirit. So and now the soldier first knocked me. He knocked me like thinking I was lying.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. He knocked me that what is the essence of me calling him to come and like fight for me for something like.
Yeah.
So he just knocked me, said I should go back. I just left it.
Oh, so it didn't get solved. He just didn't believe you. The seniors, they were with their own, like they in cahoots. That's what they call it. And then you just became a culprit, like almost like a victim. Even though you had reported, right? So do you think there are avenues where teenagers actually get to report about bullying to older folks, and then they actually don't believe them when they say it? Do you think there are avenues like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So why do you think? Okay, let me just ask you this question: why do you think people bully people? What would you say? Do you think that they're just bad people, or they just come from terrible homes? What do you think? Because you don't bully people, do you?
I haven't gotten to that stage.
You've not gotten to that stage, so you're waiting to get to the stage.
It's a normal thing. Like how like put it, SS3 has gotten there and they have the right to their prefect.
So you can't wait to get to SS3. So
not like I can't wait, but if a junior a junior does not respect him or herself, let's say when I say tell him something, I cannot punish. But
not unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Not like when they've not done anything, right? Okay, so I know that you've heard about the story about the bullying that happened in the little British school and all of that. I think, I don't know if it was by her mates or by her seniors, but this girl was being slapped up on and all of that. So if you had a friend, another teenager that came to you and they were like, "Daniel, I don't know why the seniors are always beating me. They take me to a corner and then they're slapping me, beating me, punching me all the time. I'm tired. I don't know what to do." What would you tell your friend? Let's say your friend's name was Bolu. What would you tell Bolu?
Trying to go and report.
Okay, so Bolu gets to report to the soldier in your school. And then the soldier doesn't believe him, just like they didn't believe you. And the seniors keep doing the same thing over and over again. What should Bolu do again? Should he tell his mom? Should he tell his dad?
He can go meet his parents and report. But since it's a military school, your parents can come and complain about. They can come and complain about something their child told them. But first of all, they'll be like, "Why didn't you tell, let's say, your class teacher or any authority that was in the school before you went to your parents?"
Yeah.
So if your parents come and complain and it's something really bad, they can act. But your parents come and shout
at the student or soldier.
Let's say at the students or the soldiers now. Come and shout at the soldiers and saying that why didn't they act? Why would they? They'll move you out of the school.
They will expel you.
They'll move you out of the
Oh my goodness. That's such a horrible thing though. Do you think that's right? What do you think?
Shouting at the commandant is a victim. Because you cannot just come and enter. It's a military base, you cannot just come and enter. Okay. Your parents as a normal civilian, not a soldier, the civilian entering the school, come and shout that you'll move you out.
Yeah, okay. I understand that dynamic. I get that. So let's bring it down to civilization. Civilians like us, right? So your friend Bolu now, in his neighborhood there are like these 3 boys, 15 years old, 3 of them. But they're always cornering Bolu, like maybe when his mom sends him to go and buy something at the nearby shop close to the house. They corner him too, and then they beat him up, ruffle him up, maybe throwing some punches or whatever. And then they threaten Bolu, "Don't go and tell your parents. If you tell your parents, we'll beat you the more." What would you tell Bolu to do? And Bolu gets to tell you.
If I tell him to react to be, so the outcome might be negative because him going to go and react now. Let's say he reacts, then
He tries to fight
yeah,
back.
the bullies now. Let's say use that as an advantage to kind of put him inside trouble and be like he was the one that started it, and they'll be the one to actually go and report, and they're reporting now. The elders now react, and they'll be like, "Why do you start?" And they'll put him inside more trouble. So if him going to go and react is not, most times you can't, but it's not, in most situations you can't. You also go and report to your parents. Your parents go and meet the police parents and discuss this about discuss the what's happening
Yeah.
between each other.
Okay. But what if Bolu is scared to tell his parents?
I would advise him to, because if he's scared to report to his parents, will he be able to fight the bullies? There's nothing he can. If he's scared to report, then how will he challenge the bullies?
So there's no way, you just have to tell your
Yes,
parents. Right? Okay, so there's that. Then let's talk about self-defense now. It's not every time that your parents are just close by for you to tell them. So like on the spot now, you have these three boys, 15 years old, right? Three of them. They just run fully up, slapping up on you, taking your shoe, wanting to take your shirt, wanting to send you home away with just like your inner wear and all of that. Like, what are you going to do? How about self-defense? As a teenager, knowing how to be able to defend yourself.
It's a good thing, but it's most people that don't have that self-defense in them, how to like react or protect themselves against all those things. I'll just say, but there's no, you having a friend and you're going far away from your parents. It's not in a school area, or it's someone, because first of all, your parents are not even supposed to allow you to go that far. You knowing,
Okay,
let's
such
say you
a
have
body boy right
you
here.
have a close friend there now.
Yeah.
Why are you supposed to have an enemy there now? You have a close friend, you go there, then you just see some boys gathering, you start beating. Your friend is there, you can go and report to the friend parents. The friend parent, like, let's say my friend now, just like you said, Bolu, I can go and tell him to report to his parent, then his parents can call my own parents, then they can act quickly. But me going that far to go and to see those kind of boys, it's not everybody that knows how to defend themselves.
Can you defend yourself though?
No.
You told me one story where, like in class, a friend of yours was shouting or something. There was a little bit of an altercation, and then he slapped you, and then you punched him, and then you had like a wrong consequence for that. Tell me about that.
Like it was in just two. I was sitting with one of my friends. Then started like both of us were eating. Then he was talking too much. I was not like, he was spitting inside my phone. I did not like it, so I stood up and I started shouting at him. Before you know, I don't know how my classmates started laughing. Then he did not like it. He now slapped me. Now said I should get up, but with anger, I punched him. Now me going to go and I said there's what you call, let's say, snitches, yeah. Then I went to go and report. Then the soldiers called me and I explained myself, but it was me that
was punished. Yes. Oh, so they actually punished you for kind of defending yourself, because you didn't start the whole drama. Now your friend actually slapped you, and then he did you wrong by spitting in your food, and then talking too much while you guys were eating. So do you think it affected you in a type of way where you started feeling like, okay, maybe I should just not defend myself? If somebody is doing something I don't like, maybe I should just keep quiet and be on my own and just maybe move away. Do you think that's how it affected you?
It's not every time I have to. Sometimes you can defend yourself in most situations, but there are sometimes that if you defend yourself, the results, you wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
So
when should someone defend himself or herself? When?
I would say, let's say you aren't...
As a teenager, with your friends, or if somebody's just trying to bully you in any way, when do you think is the right time to defend yourself?
Let's say you have reported to your parents have discussed it. Let's say you have reported to many authorities, nobody answered, your parents tried, nothing. Then if, let's say, the person tries it again, you now, let's say, retaliate now, then I'm going to go and report. You'll be able to defend yourself that you have tried reporting to many authorities and none of them answered, so you have to You have to,
Right. Do you think teenagers should learn to be stronger in their mental state and not take all of this bullying kind of things to heart and start getting depressed about it and get all really timid and intimidated? Do you think they should learn to develop mental toughness, and maybe by reading books, by talking to their parents more, by seeking out a mentor, that could help them? Do you think that's an avenue to explore?
I don't know for them, but
You said you don't know for
I don't
them.
know for them. Being in a military school, right from JS1, JS1 they can treat you like a baby. When you enter JS2, also
You're a
just
big
change.
boy now. They're gonna
They
get
change
you
your
tough.
face, then
Yeah.
they the beatings. You start getting used to it. JS3, the same thing. Then when you now enter a year in SS1, you still going through all those things. Seniors bullying you. You know the right time. You know when the seniors like looking for trouble. You are
Yeah.
used to everything, how everything works. Then before you start developing yourself. But those that are in private school, I don't know.
How it works.
I don't know how it
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much. So, guys, you've heard it from a teenager's mouth. Basically, there are a lot of dynamics to bullying. If you're a parent to a bully, you want to actually be able to teach them and talk to them rightly to say that this is not the right way to go. You can't go about life bullying other people, especially if you want to be a good human being and if you actually want the world to be a better place. And you as a parent, you have to model right, because most of the time your kids look at you. So if you're bullying other people, you have no right to tell your kids not to do so, because they're looking at you and they're learning from you. Kids learn more from just merely observing than from what you say to them, right? So that's one. Number two is, if your kid is being bullied, you want to learn how to teach them how to toughen up their mental health, self-defense classes, possibly take karate. It's so important at this point in time. My friend here doesn't believe in that, but I think it's important. But at the end of the day, elders, seniors, please, let's do better by our kids so that we have a well-rounded generation coming up, Gen Alpha, Gen Z, whatever. I'm a millennial, so I don't necessarily have to experience those things. But at the end of the day, let's do better by each other. School authorities, do better, and let there be stringent punishments on every form of bullying. Thank you so much. Bye.